Variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
What's your problem? We're
on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Global Morning, Saturday edition where we stay with you, have fun, have education together. And this morning we want to look at what the papers are actually saying. Let's check what the papers are saying. Like they say, information is actually power. So with the right information, we are ready to, actually make a lot of sense along the way and get informed and make better decisions as human beings in Nigeria. But let's come back from this break. Immediately we're back, we get straight to the papers. So welcome back. Now let's go check what the papers are actually saying this morning. We'll start with the Independent newspaper, Saturday edition of that particular newspaper, Independent newspaper. The lead story says mass Senate defection weakening role as watchdog. Mass Senate defections weakening role as watchdog. We have other stories that says death rumors, former Governor Willow Obiano alive, healthy, says Ed. There's another story. That story is actually on page 11. I saw this rumor online where a lot of persons were saying that former Anambra State Governor Willie Obiano is dead. And one of his aides have come out to say that the rumor is false. So former Governor Willie Obiano is alive and is also healthy. All right, that's the story we have on the front page of the Punch newspaper. There's another story that says pre-election year dollar spending exacerbates inflation, experts warns. There's a story 32 years of waiting. Why God's timing is the ultimate director, William Benson. 32 years of waiting, why God's timing is the ultimate director. If you want to know more about the story, go to page 9 on the Independent newspaper, Saturday edition. Okay, another story says, hold leaders accountable over electoral promises. Obi tells editors. Hold leaders accountable over electoral promises. Obi tells editors. Is on page 29. Another story on page 11, you have genocide. Gomi's allegations spark controversy as clerics claims Christian bury empty covens to perpetuate narrative. That story is on page 11. Counter-terrorism. Former Defense Chief Irabor urges media to avoid sensationalism reporting. Media reports shape public perception, he says. How syndicates now use ride-hailing apps to rob. It's on page 30 of the Independent newspaper. Let's go check out another newspaper this morning. All right, so the next newspaper I'll be checking out is the Sun newspaper. The Sun newspaper. All right, so the Sun newspaper, the big story there says convention, PDP adamant. Or your court gives party go ahead, Abuja court says no. Party delegate in Ibadan. For event, please, we will ensure safe, hitch-free, peaceful convention. And that still rubs to what is going on in the People's Democratic Party at the moment, where we have a lot of back and forth as regards the convention. Is it going on? Will it not be going on? And all of that. No regrets having child out of wedlock. Georgina Ibe. That story is on page 12. Resident doctors strike, pain, misery in hospitals. Health facilities discharge patients as strike bites harder. That's on page 3 and page 27. Relatives groan, beg government for action, many resorts to self-medication. Because the resident doctors are actually, at this time, they're still on strike. And this is actually driving a lot of conversation out there in Nigeria. People are asking the question, what happens to those who can't afford the services of private hospitals at this moment, at this time in our nationhood? Those are questions that Nigerians keep asking. Trump's threat is about U.S. interests framed under pseudo-Christian solidarity and GK security experts. That story is on page 23 and page 24. New blueprint transforming cocoa pots into agile trade hub. Reports. Tinubu's reappoint Marwa as NDLEA chairman for 5 more years. Senator Kalu facilitates NDLEA boss over reappointment. Takwas Bay, Lagos Island, where out-of-school children battle daily to survive. There's the human angle story on page 21 and page 22, highlighting a place in Lagos called Takwa Bay, a place where, according to that story, it says children actually battle in that particular place to survive. But I'd just like to stay a little with the PDP convention, because this is what we hope to talk about later on the show this morning, about the conflicting court judgments. We have a court that says go ahead, we have a court in Abuja that says no. Also, a few of my friends who are in this particular faction have already arrived in Ibadan as to attending this particular event. And we've seen the police say, don't worry, we're going to make sure that this event is safe, hitch-free, and we are going to have a peaceful convention. These are some of the things that people may want to ask question, what is really happening? Would the convention not lead to more litigation? Wouldn't there have been more time for consultation? These are all issues and things that a lot of persons may want to talk about and actually go ahead and discuss to have a broader view as to where this particular political party is going at this particular time, because be it as it may, some Nigerians are still expecting that the PDP are able to fix their house in order and get going and get to do things right and get to do things in a way that Nigerians will be proud of the political system that we have in the country. But let's move to another newspaper this morning. Okay, so the next newspaper we'll be looking at is the Tribune newspaper. The Tribune newspaper. All right, Saturday Tribune says, I have respect for military, but abhors lawlessness. Wike, that is on page 2. FCT minister carrying out his statutory responsibilities, but Falana, ex-CDS Irabo, falls Wike's action. Reps move to suspend 2026 WAEC computer-based examination policy. It's on page 3 of the newspaper. Senate launches probe into stamp duties revenue. You see that on page 27. All right, there's a picture of vintage sports, and you see some sports stories. Osimhen net brace as Super Eagles sink Gabon 4-1. NCPC approves BPE move to seed Afam power plant to Transcorp Power Consortium. PDP seeks to join Bayelsa Deputy Governor suit against move to impeach him. Chronic kidney disease is now the 9th leading cause of death globally, according to Lancet study. That study is on page 2 of the newspaper. All right, there's a picture story showing the governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, wearing the APC regalia and actually going ahead to do some commissioning there. Federal government holds planned 15% import duty on petrol and diesel. Troops fueled abduction of 74 NYC members in Borno State. How misinformation on capital gains tax sparked 4.6 trillion market loss. That story is on page number 12. So those are some of the stories we have this morning from the Tribune newspaper. Let's move ahead to another newspaper this morning. All right, so the next newspaper we'll be going to is the Vanguard newspaper. We're trying to bring that to the screen, a Vanguard newspaper, as we try to move to the Vanguard newspaper. That's the next newspaper we'll be moving to this morning. The story on the Vanguard says Saturday, today's edition, 15th November, says economy. Experts disagree with federal government on performance. That's the lead story. You have Nigeria's economic improvements largely on paper, according to Action Aid. Stability not enough. We are in a very embarrassing situation. Another one says Nigeria is still in debt trap. Economy has not turned around. One of a financial analyst. Economy looks healthier in charts, but feels in households. All right. Another one says economic reforms are on the right path, according to Moda Yusuf. Joy says Wike versus Yerima. Tinubu intervenes. Peace returns to Abuja disputed land. It's on page 34. Air Peace counts $15 million loss after Lesser pulls out 3 aircraft. Oh, that's a business story about Air Peace. Tinubu reappoints Boba Marwa as NDLEA boss. Federal government clears 3.9 billion pension backlog. That's a good one from the government. Home Affairs, customers, while prostitutes strive in a hypocritical society. That story is on page 26. Nigeria, where every meeting starts with a prayer, erupts in war and ends with amen. Okay, blue economy, worry, cocoa pot / turnaround time erodes Lagos congestion. Court holds PDP convention, it will go on. Body judge insists clashes with Wike and Lamido. The story is on page number 4. And there's a story about there's a picture of Uche Montano, and there's a story about her on page 41. So if you want to get to know the full gist, get the Vanguard newspaper today and get along to actually understand what is going on and all of those other stories. All right, so we'll look at the Guardian newspaper now. The Guardian newspaper is the next newspaper we'll be looking at. All right, the lead story on the Guardian this morning says victims bear scare and endure trauma as law remains on paper. And there's a picture story showing a policeman whose eyes is blindfolded with a symbol of this particular scale, right? And there's an anti-terror act, not to be custodial of terror. All right, that's the graphic story that we have on the Guardian newspaper this morning. Another story says confusion, crisis swirl around PDP's convention amid conflicting court orders. AU chief dismisses genocide claims as Obi tax editors on nation building. Passengers stranded after train breaks down in Kaduna. Tax burden on airline threatens aviation sector. Operators warn. ADC fresh 1.15 trillion loan exposes Tinubu's addiction to reckless debts, according to ADC. Enforcement of expired ex parte order against Nestor Nekondo unlawful. That story is on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. Senate considers bill subjecting military conviction to court review. ASU may resume full-blown strike on November 21st over selective implementation of pact. Nigeria supplies 12.6 million barrels to Dangote, says NMDPRA. All right, so those are the stories that we have on that particular newspaper, the Guardian newspaper, Saturday edition for today. Let's go take another newspaper, and probably the last newspaper we'll be taking this morning, which is the Punch newspaper. All right, so the lead story says Ibadan Convention, PDP delegates arrive amid Saraki's cancellation call. Ex-Senate President George, top PDP leaders clash over caretaker committee plan as INEC reviews judgment. Okay, there's a big picture story on that particular newspaper. All right, I'm trying to get that to you. There's a picture story that shows the Lagos State Government Ministry of Agriculture and Food System gives 150 million naira grants to 33 innovative agripreneurs under the Lagos Agri-Turn competition, awarded checks to the Lagos Agri-Innovation Summit held in Harbour Point, Victoria Island. So that's the story of the celebration that you are seeing there. All right, other story says National Assembly shifts WAEC CBT adoption to 2030. Genocide interview, don't panic, Piers Morgan tells Tuka. All right, don't panic, Piers Morgan tells Tuka. This Piers Morgan is one of the leading late-night show hosts in the U.S., and he hosted our Minister of Foreign Affairs, and he told him, don't panic. The story is on page 14. Airline rejects fresh $11.50 NIS fee. That story is on page 19. Tinubu shifts 15% fuel import duty to first quarter of 2026. AMCOM officials and lawyers face contempt charges for contravening of court orders. Bala Alade Lamidi Adaga Damo served 48 notice. Akingwumi Ademola Bello SAN Adedeji SAN both contempt disbandment, disrobing petitions to legal and judicial authority for disobeying court orders with impunity and bringing the judiciary into disrepute. All right, that is also one of the things that we have there on that particular newspaper. And that's the much we can take this morning from the newspaper segment of this particular program, Global Morning Weekend Edition. All right, so when we come back, we'll try to get into our conversations for this morning as we bring conversations that will help shape and give us more understanding into what we're doing this morning. Don't go nowhere. My name is Obong, so I'm excited to be on the show this morning with you.
Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
What is your problem? What's your problem?
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
What is your problem? What's your problem?
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
About what is your problem? What's your problem?
We're on the road to protest.
This is Global Morning.
morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events.
Information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
About what is your problem? What's your problem?
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Alright, so welcome back to the program. This morning we're still following updates from Ibadan, or your state, where the PDP is holding its convention, although there seems to be a little bit back and forth as regards the convention. We've heard Sule Lamido on his Facebook page posting that he didn't say he's withdrawing all of the suits he has in court. There's an Ibadan judgment that says the convention could go on. There's also a judgment in Abuja that says no convention. As to all of this, and we have the SA of Media to the Niger State PDP chairman, who is giving us updates as to what is happening in Ibadan at the moment. Joining us as we help make sense of this discussion about the PDP convention, we have a live update on the field, what is going on and how is the mood of the people around that. So we have Abdul Marafa, who's joining us from Ibadan at the moment. A very good morning to you, Abdul.
To you.
How is Ibadan at the moment?
So, Alhamdulillah, Ibadan is very busy and peaceful. State have already arrived Ibadan ahead of our national convention. Some are on their way coming. So,
all right, so tell me the general feeling. I know you went out earlier in the day when I called you. Tell me the general feeling. How are the people? How are those who are coming in feeling, and what is the expectation at the moment?
Well, the atmosphere of the state is very busy and people are very happy because people are very happy that PDP is coming back alive. So the state is very busy. If you can see different cultural carnivals celebrating as PDP is doing their national convention in Ibadan. As from this national convention is going to take shape. So the atmosphere is very conducive and happy.
Okay, so what are you hearing concerning the Sule Lamido debacle? Earlier in the day, we saw that report that said Sule Lamido has taken off all of the complaints he had concerning whatever happened, that Seyi Makinde has spoken to him. But later on, we also saw a message that on his Facebook page that said, no, that was not what happened. So what do you make of all of this?
So about the issue of Sule Lamido, it is a legal action, a legal issue. So after the court verdict of Sule Lamido, we have another court verdict from Federal High Court in Oyo, which restated us that to continue with our national convention and the order INEC to come and monitor the convention. So if you can see, we PDP were a party that followed the rules and regulations and guidelines of our country. So we have a backup of a court, Federal High Court in Oyo, which allow us to go ahead with our national convention. So this national convention already have a backup from a Federal High Court, and by the special grace of God, our convention is going to hold. Because right now, as I am talking to you, we have over more than 22 states already in Oyo State, in Ibadan right now. So if you calculate it, we are having 35 states. We already have 22, and we are having almost 4 states on their way coming to Ibadan. So if you calculate it, we have almost 26 states. So I think with that, we are going to continue with our convention more are coming on their way.
All right, so please can you list for us some of the states that you know are already live in Ibadan at the moment?
Let me start with my own state. Niger State, we are here live. Maiduguri, Kano are here with us. Kwara are on their way coming. So we have Gombe. Gombe are already here with us. We have Gombe. We have we have Gombe here with us. Then I think I mentioned Maiduguri, Niger, Gombe, Kwara on their way coming, Nasarawa. Then hello.
So when is the convention going to start? Do you have like a timetable as to what is going to happen here and when it is going to be happening?
Yes, the convention is going to. Yes, the convention is scheduled to start by 10 a.m. in the morning. So whereby the transport committee are already in all the accommodation with their cars waiting for the delegates so that they can transport our delegate from their accommodation to Lakon Stadium. And our accreditation and security everywhere is already set. So,
okay, so you say it's by 6 p.m.
The convention is going to start by 10
p.m. Hello, Abdul, are you with us?
Are you with me?
All right, so I think we had some network difficulties at the moment. All right, so we'll try to bring Abdul back and continue conversation. All right, Abdul, if you can hear me, go ahead. I said, when is the convention starting?
The convention is going to start by 10 a.m. this morning. So as I'm talking to you, almost all the accommodation we have here for the various states, all the buses are there waiting for the delegate outside so that the transportation committee to start accrediting them. As I said, we have more than 20 states here with us. Because even in the morning, I went around the hotels in Ibadan. I went to almost more than 10 to 15 hotels, which we have different delegates from different states. And yesterday night, we are together with 22.
Okay, so I don't know if you can hear me now. We're still having some difficulty, maybe the network in Ibadan or maybe even us here in Abuja. All right, but Abdul, thank you so much. If you are still there, we could allow you complete that thought.
Okay.
I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, so so we can end the conversation. How many delegates came from Niger State?
From Niger State, all the delegates we have, all our delegates from Niger State, all of them have already arrived successfully to Ibadan. So in Niger State,
you can't remember at the moment, but there's no problem. Thank you so much. I wish you all of the best, and as we'll keep talking and keep seeing, following developments at the convention ground. Thank you so much, Abdul Marafa, essay on media to the PDP chairman in Niger, and also tell the chairman that we are waiting to speak to him this morning.
Don't worry. I'll talk to the chairman. He will join you people.
Thank you so much, Abdul.
And
all right,
we are here with one of our, the one that contested for Senator, 2023 Senator, Niger North, on that platform of PDP. Is here live with us in Ibadan too.
Okay, but is it
Yes,
with you
but
at
he's
the
with
moment?
me now, but he's not ready. Yes, he's with me at the moment.
All right, we could just say a word to him.
Just maybe 10 minutes. Huh?
Okay, I said we would
Okay, you
like to
should
say a
talk to him.
word to him.
Okay.
All right. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. My name is Ubong Musoro, and we are live on Global Television in Abuja, 365 on DSTV. So, can we get to know you, sir?
Yes, my name is Abdullahi Shehu Mohammed. I'm the former PDP senatorial candidate, Niger North.
All right, Niger North. What are you expecting from your convention today?
Actually, we are expecting best out of the convention because all the activities in respect of the conventions have been put in place. When you go to the venue, you will see all the things that are supposed to be ready for the conventions are there. And then most of the states had arrived yesterday. Out of 36 states, I think we have almost about 30 states on the ground now. So I think we are ready for the convention.
Court judgment, and it seems support of this convention. Are you not bothered about it? I said
no, we're not bothered about it because one of the courts,
and it seems some members of your party are not in our.
That one is usual. It's not something that will stop the convention. There are one of the court in Oyo State that has given judgment in respect of this convention that we should go ahead with the convention. Participated in the convention, I think we don't have any problem. 3, we have chances of appealing other cases. After the convention, we are going to appeal, the PDP will appeal. I'm not in better position to respond to that, but I know the legal department is preparing. But most importantly, the one of the court has granted order to proceed with the convention. And it has also directed INEC to participate in the convention. So we don't have any problem for that.
What is the mood of the people that are coming into Ibadan? Are the people excited? And remember those days where the PDP used to be the hallmark of political parties in Africa. A lot of persons wanted to be part of this particular political party. Is that still the mood? Are people seeing is it a resurgence or a re-emergence of the PDP? What are you thinking will bring forth, or this convention will bring forth for the PDP?
Actually, all those that have arrived, you will see it in their faces. They are happy because anybody that came here, it means he was willing to, he was happy, he was ready to participate in the convention. Since yesterday, as I say, since yesterday, many states had arrived. So the question of the mood does not even arise, because if you don't have, if you are not happy, or if you are not supporting the convention, you will not even come.
Right.
I hope you understand. So for about 30 states to arrive in Oyo State for the convention, it means they are happy, they are ready to participate in the convention. 2, it also shows unity of the PDP. If you look at the previous convention, mostly there used to be this kind of cases in one way or the other, and still it won't affect the processes of the convention. So this is not a new thing, not only in PDP, in all the parties. It became natural to political convention in Nigeria. Not even in APC. If you look at it, like now, despite all the criticisms, all the allegations here and there, which we knew, it was the PD, it was APC that was sponsoring all those things. And that will not stop us from doing the convention. So, but look at APC itself. Are they not supposed to have their convention? Ganduje was appointed in acting capacity. He left. They gave it to somebody. As I'm talking to you, we have not seen even effort to prepare and do APC convention. But in PDP, despite all the criticisms, propaganda here and there, we are still going ahead with our convention. I'm not saying that 100% there will not be mistakes here and there, but generally, if you look at it, it's part and parcel of political dispensation in Nigeria. PDP, be it PDP, APC, LP, and everything. So it became characteristics of Nigerian polity. So I don't think we have any problem in as long as one of the courts has granted us the right to proceed with the convention.
All right. Thank you so much, Honorable. I'll speak to Abdul.
I'm even taking my breakfast. I have to suspend it.
Yeah, thank you.
Respond
we
to you.
really
Thank
do
you very
appreciate
much.
Thank you. All of the best, and we wish you a wonderful, successful convention. Thank you, Abdul, and we hope to keep speaking and getting openings as to what is happening at the ground. Thank you so much. We're speaking to Abdul Marafa, who is the SA to the PD chairman, as we continue to look at the PDP convention, the convention's morning.
Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
What's your problem? What's your problem?
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Good morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
What is your problem? What's your problem?
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Welcome back to Global Morning Weekend Edition, as we're trying to follow up developments that is happening at Ibadan concerning the PDP convention that's actually going on at this moment. And let's see some pictures that we're able to get from the venue, even as much as we hope to have some persons also join us live at the venue as we'll continue the conversation this morning. All right, so you could see some pictures of PDP members. We'll just keep rolling them on the screen, the different pictures on the screen. You could see the pictures of PDP members who've actually arrived at the venue of the convention at the moment. All right, and the Ankara says PDP Ibadan 2025, and there's this discussion about the fact if this convention is going to hold, if it's not going to hold. I still have a lot of persons who are on the radar to actually speak to us this morning. We're expecting that we'll be able to speak to some journalist colleagues who are on the field this morning. We also have pictures of what the stadium is actually looking at like at the moment, all right? What the stadium is looking at like at the moment. We're going to be bringing those pictures to you in no time. What we are seeing, what the stadium is looking like, I beg your pardon, at the moment. Those are some of the pictures we are also going to try to bring to you at the moment, so you could have a feel of what is going. Actually very excited that the PDP is doing this at this particular time, irrespective of all of the talks, irrespective of all of the back and forth that has actually followed this particular convention since the announcement was made. Okay, so there's a video now. You're seeing some delegates who are about to actually leave, right? Who are about to actually leave some delegates who are about to actually leave their hotel room at the moment. So just meeting, discussing. We've spoken to a few persons. We've spoken to a former Senate contestant in Niger State. Also, we spoke to him this morning as we have a conversation, and network is giving us some challenges because we're trying to hook up with some of my colleagues who are also in Ibadan, some of our journalist colleagues who are in Ibadan to actually go ahead with this conversation. But be that as it may, we'll keep bringing you developments as regards the PDP convention and what is going to happen, all right, or what is about to happen at the moment. And arrival, we've also sent pictures that we should be showing you some of the things that are going on in the at the stadium now, the convention ground, because we have a lot already. It seems the arrival, we have a lot already at the convention ground. All right, so we'll try to bring you all of that to you this particular morning. Okay, those are some of the stories that we'll try to be bringing to you as the PDP convention continues to gather steam, even after the back and forth that we've had, right? The back and forth that we've had with somebody saying it will hold, the other side saying it will not hold, and all of that. So there's been some level of back and forth as regards that, but we hope that they are able to go ahead and actually host this convention and settle their differences. Somebody will ask the question, what do we stand to gain if the PDP is together? And we'll say what we stand to gain is democracy, right? We want to have a place where our democracy is strong, where our democracy is what it should be, all right? Where democracy is growing from leaps and bounds, and not the kind of democracy. All right, so this is this morning already. The atmosphere is getting charged, and the people are arriving. There's been arrival, and from what we're hearing from the field, there's been more than 20 states who've already arrived at the venue of the convention. All right, so from what we're hearing is that there have been more than 20 states who've already arrived at the venue of the convention of the PDP and leading the conversation as to how prepared the party is, how interested the party is this moment to actually, fill up the space. All right, so maybe even before 11 o'clock, they are still hoping that more states can also arrive so they could continue and further the conversation. Maybe even before 11 o'clock or 11:30 or even 12 p.m., the stadium will be totally filled with PDP members. And remember that this convention is not just going to end anytime soon. It's going to take all throughout the night till tomorrow morning. All right, so it is till tomorrow morning that we will be hearing a few other things concerning what is happening. So those are some of the stories that are coming in and pictures that are coming in from the convention. Let's go for a short break. We'll be right back.
Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
What is your problem? What's your problem?
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
welcome back to the program. It's still Global Morning Weekend edition, and away from PDP. All right, so we still have our colleagues at Ibadan who will still get back to them to connect. But let's talk about film now and how the film industry in Nigeria has actually put Nigeria across board. I remember sometime in Benin Republic, and I was just introducing myself to somebody, and incidentally, the person is from Kenya. And the moment the person got to understand I'm from Nigeria, he talked about, I love your movies. So our movies have actually traveled a lot, and we're actually making a lot of waves as regards the movie industry. But this morning we'll be speaking to somebody who's done a lot of work in that industry, raising people, training people, and in the media space generally. Talking about Fidelis Duka. I used to work for his company. In fact, I started my media career working for FAD in Calabar. So we have Fidelis Duka, who's a filmmaker and a festival director in Nigeria, the founder of the Abuja International Film Festival. Join us this morning on the program. A very good morning to you, Mr. Duka.
Morning, morning. Thank you.
All right. I know you also talk politics. Maybe before we end the show, I ask you what you think about the PDP and their ongoing convention. But let's stay on film for the moment. The Abuja International Film Festival, you had the 22nd edition. I was there. I saw how glamorous and how you're able to pull all of that into place. Tell us how the journey has been this past 22 years.
Thank you, and thank you for your station, the support you guys offered us in the festival. Sorry for my voice. It's been one hell of a week. The festival started almost a week ago and ended just a few days ago. Yeah, 22 years. We started 22 years ago. The idea was to create a convergence of a meeting point for Nigerian filmmakers and their international counterparts to meet and exchange ideas, network, show great films, and of course the word excellence. And that was the idea when we started 23 years ago in Abuja. At the time we started, there were no film festivals in Nigeria. Even the cinema circuit that you mentioned in your intro, there was no cinema. What we had then was the popular Nigerian film sold on DVDs, VHS tapes, and all that. And we felt there was a need to create an environment where people come together, unlike the homogeneous one where you sit in your home and watch on your TV a film. We wanted a system, an environment where people will come together, open air sometime. Those days in Abuja when it was a bit safer, we had open air screens where people will come, watch film and like things, and then we also had the cinema structure. However, at that time there were no cinemas, but what we make bold to say, and we're proud to say that the Abuja Film Festival also led to the emergence of the cinema houses we have all over the country today, where we have cinemas in different cities, from New York to Lagos to Port to Calabar. You have cinemas everywhere now, which was, of course, at that time, had gone into extinction after the first generation cinemas that we had in the early 60s to early.
Okay.
The 70s, when, of course, those owners were falling from to had to beat Nigeria. So there's over 1,000 films.
All right, so looking at how far the film industry has grown in these 22 years, and even before you started the film festival, are you proud of where we've gotten to? I remember during one of the conversations at the 22nd edition here in Abuja, somebody said that the film industry should be competing in the Oscars. Are we there yet, or are we still very far from that particular, maybe competitions?
Yes, thank you. As regards the Oscar, let me first talk about how well we've done. In the last this new emergence of what is called Nollywood started in 1992 with Living in Bondage. That was when this new resistance started, Living in Bondage in 1992. Just about 2 years ago. If you look back now, we've done very well. We can still do better. The industry has moved from where it was. We now compete in major film festivals around the world. And early this year, a Nigerian film was at the Cannes Film Festival. Cannes is the biggest film festival in the world. It's the biggest convergence of festivals in the world, where a Nigerian film made it into that festival for the first time in over 80 years of the festival. So I think we're doing very well. What we just need to do is to up our ante and see if we can improve in some areas. One area I think we need to work on is on our script development, the quality of our script. And that was why, if you notice, the theme of our festival this year was from script to nation building. We feel that the script has a major role to play. That's the foundation of any film. Then the issue of Oscar you mentioned. Yes, we've submitted entries in the last 5 years to the Oscars. It takes time. I recall that for the Grammy in music, it took almost about 20 years. Fela, who became a global phenomenon, never won the Grammy. But subsequently, we had a Burna Boy who came years after to win the Grammy. So that time will come if Oscar is the aim. For me personally, I don't think our ambition or intention to be the Oscar, because the Oscar is an American award, if you must know. The Oscar has only one category for the entire world. That's the best foreign film category. The other 28 categories are won by films made in Hollywood, in LA. So why go and compete or dream of winning an Oscar? You cannot win a Nigerian film, even an Iranian film, or even a Colombian film cannot win the best film at the Oscars. Even if it will win, it has to be a collaboration between the Hollywood, that's the American industry, and that particular country. So it takes a lot. It's very personal to the Americans. So it's an American award. That's why they created one category called the best foreign film category, and that's what the entire work of this for. So that shouldn't be our intention. What should be our intention is to make very great films that will go into international distribution and bring back good revenue to the country. That to me is our aim.
All right, so there's also a question about the place of collaboration between different directors, between filmmakers in Nigeria. I like that you, as a veteran in the field, tell us about how collaborative that industry is.
I think to a large extent, there's a lot of collaboration going on. Most of the films we've seen recently are basically films that involve collaboration between 1, 2, 3, 4 filmmakers. The recent one that came out recently, they had about 5 of them, 5 major filmmakers coming together to use the film. And what they were doing was using their different strengths. Some have the social media strength, some are influencers, some are also very good directors. So they all came together and felt if we come together and collaborate, we can continuously make a film that will go very fast. So collaboration is a major. I think even collaboration should go even beyond the local. When I mean local, indigenous, we should also begin to collaborate across borders, looking at collaboration with our counterparts in Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, in Burkina Faso, where we can also get that market. That, for me, is the essence of collaboration.
All right. Do you think we have enough government support and even private sector support in the industry as it should be? As a festival organizer and somebody who's, do you think there's a lot of support for the industry?
Thank you. Very good question. For every filmmaker or everybody, every stakeholder in the creative sector, beyond film, even though it's in music, in the arts, poetry, spoken words, it's a general complaint that the creative industry has not been well supported by government. Government has not seen the potential. I was telling somebody, thank God you are the closing ceremony and it's not the opening ceremony of the festival this year. One of the interesting things we saw is that we've not been able to harness the potentials of the creative sector in Nigeria. The enormous financial returns. I am happy that you mentioned that California is the 7th economy in the world. Its economy is 7 times or 10 times bigger than the Nigerian economy. And what is that economy? The creative sector. The point I'm making is this, that the government has not, even this present government has not shown. They have come out with some initiatives, but we've not seen the results yet. People have applied for the grants, are waiting for the results and all that. But beyond that, we expect that the government should be more definitive, should be more focused on how this industry can grow. It's a major revenue earner. It's like an oil spinner for the industry, for the country. Because one, beyond just revenue earner, it's also a platform where young people find solace. It's a place where you can even remove people from the unemployment market. Because for a film set, if a normal film set employs, one film set employs over 120 different people, from the actors, the costumier, the director, just like the sets of a new studio where you are there. You have the editors, you have the gaffers, you have the cameramen, you have the engineers, electricians, and all that. So this is what the government must do. This sector has enormous potential. Government has, to me, in the last 30 years, government has not done enough for the sector. There's still more to be done. Yes, they have tried in their own little way. They will tell there are other contending necessities for government funding. However, when you look at a sector that creates employment for young people, where young people find solace, where young people find fulfillment, I think government should be more focused and more determined to see how we can use that sector to even reduce the unemployment issue in the country.
All right, so there's this structural problem that people talk about, insurance, getting pension in the industry, so that you don't just do a job, get 5,000 at the end of the day, or 20, or what, even millions of naira. At the end of the day, there's no structured approach. Is that what, because you're a former chairman of the Directors Guild of Nigeria, is that something you talk about at that level?
Yes, the sector is so informal. You're right, they're very right. The sector is so informal. It's not the conventional civil service sector where you are sure that at the end of your career, or even the corporate environment where you are sure at the end of your career, you have some level of insurance or pension scheme. However, we've been able to create such pension schemes. Excuse me. We've been able to create pension scheme with some pension agencies who are now working with the government to see how we can turn that informal sector into probably a formal sector where people pay some level out, some stipends from their income and what they are paid for the job they do, so that of their career path, because nobody can work in this sector forever. Yes, there's other argument that this is the only industry that employs all ages. Even if you are just 1 month old, you can be an actor. You can act in a film set and earn an income. That's true, because we use babies in film and they earn an income. Even if you are 100 years old, you need very old men who play grandfather. However, it gets to a point in your career where I think, to a large extent, the stakeholder needs some level of pension. And I think we're working on that now with some pension fund agencies who are also creating those pension fund managers, rather, who are working on creating those kind of funding mechanism for the industry to have a pension scheme where stakeholders, as you an actor, director, producer, whatever you are, so far you contribute to that pension fund. When you are old, you have some level of insurance. The other part of insurance is the insurance of health insurance, which of course almost all the guilds and associations have. They are affiliated also for members. So I think the informal sector is slightly turning to a formal, and I think it doesn't structured. I beg to differ when people say it's an unstructured. It's very structured. We have bills, we have associations, we have a way of counseling early members and all that. It's a very structured industry. Nobody should tell you that it's unstructured. However, the informality is what we're trying to correct.
All right, so just 2 questions, so I could let you go now. There's this talks about continuity. So when you're not there, the festival can run on its own. In 22 years, have you set up structures that the festival can run on its own? And the other part, are you also mentoring other directors and other filmmakers so they could fill the void and they could also keep growing?
Thank you. Well, in my opening speech that day, I talked about the festival not being me. People try to ascribe the festival to me as an individual. The festival has gone beyond me. That's us. The issue of sustainability is even beyond us. Now, we've done 22 years, going to our 23rd edition, which is very sure that next year we'll have that. What we're working on now, we have young people who are also working with us. You have seen them running around with the festival that day. The team that is working now. What we need to do now, what we are doing now is that we want to keep that team together. That was the same thing that worked last year and 2 years ago. They've been with us for about 2 years now. We want to see if we can keep that team together, make them understand the structure of the festival fully, and of course, the festival will live beyond me. So the issue of sustainability is out of the question. The festival has come to stay, it will remain, and that's our prayer for the festival.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Philelis Duka. What should we be expecting on as we move towards the 23rd edition of the Film Festival?
So we tend to improve on what we've done this year. We tend to raise the stakes. We intend to well, of course, the euphoria of this year's festival has been quite enormous. With 6 several competitions, we are also expecting that as we move into the third edition, we will create some new categories in the awards category, and also open the space for more filmmakers. Because essentially, when we started the festival 20 years ago, the idea was to give young emerging filmmakers a platform for expression, and that's what we were able to achieve. In that hall that day at the award ceremony, interestingly, we had 2 or 3 of the past winners of the festival who had won as young filmmakers who are now established. The national president of the Directorate of Nigeria, the president of Thiago, was also a part of the festival some years back. He was at the award ceremony that day, established filmmaker now, and also the national festival. So you can imagine, we want to create such platforms so that young emerging filmmakers will have a platform for expression, for shaping their films, and to reward those who have done very well in the year.
All right. We'll be having more talent and more screen time across the country. Thank you so much, Philelis Duka, a film and media communication expert speaking to us. I know you're speaking to us from Calabar at the moment, I guess.
I'm in Calabar. I hope it was okay. Thank you very much. Have a nice time in Abuja. See you soon.
Thank you so much. We really do appreciate the time, and we wish you all of the best and the work you do. All right, so let's go for a short break, and when we're back, the show continues.
Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
What is your problem? What's your problem?
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Global Morning Weekend Edition, and if you've been with us, we've been having a lot of wonderful conversation this morning on the program. But this is when we get to learn about what happened in time past. Like I say when I come on the program, that if you do not mind history, you won't make history, right? So history is what happened in time past. It helps us to form opinions about the future as we move into a future and keep making ourselves better, learning, having more experiences. So how is today in history? Okay, so let's go for a break, and when we come back, we'll get straight to bringing you all the historical facts, things that happened today in time past. We'll be right back after this. All right, so let's look at what happened today in time past, today in history. Okay, so today in history is very important because it helps us to understand how we can move into the future or the things that happened in the past. And the first story we're taking today is in 1920. The first meeting of the League of Nations. 1920, we had the first meeting of the League of Nations. So the League of Nations is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, held its first council meeting on November 15, 1920. The League of Nations was created after the World War I under the Treaty of the Versailles. It was the world's first global intergovernmental organization aimed at maintaining world peace. Although the League struggled due to lack of participation from world powers like the US and the rise of dictatorship in the 1930s, it laid the foundation for the United Nations, which emerged after the World War II. All right, so the precursor to the United Nations was the League of Nations. The League of Nations was after the First World War. Countries came together and said, all right, let's not fight again. Let's not, go into issues. Let's have a forum that could settle issues of different world powers and countries that wanted to, maybe just attack one another for nothing. So we could have like an holistic approach towards addressing those tendencies. And the League of Nations was formed today in 1920, but it didn't really quite get a lot of support because Germany didn't really support the League of Nations, the Soviet Union didn't really support the League of Nations, the US didn't really support the League of Nations, but this actually laid the groundwork, the framework for what will come, which is still in existence till today, the United Nations, the UN General Assembly, because after the World War II, the nations in the world were able to sit together and say, all right, we didn't succeed with the League of Nations, but we could actually do better with the United Nations. And that was what gave rise to the United Nations. The name was changed from the League of Nations to the United Nations as we have today. And this actually happened in 1920. All right, so let's take another history about some of the things that happened today in time past. In 1998, Brazil will become a republic, and that happened today in time past. Brazil, as we know now, at the moment, 1998, Brazil becomes a republic. Brazil, as we know now, the whole world is, at least every citizen of a country in the world is in Brazil for a COP. That's the Conference of Party meeting that is holding in Brazil, Baslam in Brazil at the moment. But on this day, the Empire of Brazil was overthrown in a military-led coup d'etat that ended the reign of Emperor Dom Pedro II and marshaled by Marshal Deodoro de Fonseca. The coup replaced the monarchy of Brazil with a republican government, shifting Brazil into a new political era. The event ended 67 years of constitutional monarchy and marked the beginning of Brazil's first republic. The abolition of slavery the previous year in 1988 had caused major tensions among elites, accelerating the push towards republicanism. All right, so today in 1989, Brazil would become a republic. Brazil is one of the countries in South America that has actually done very, very well for itself. Okay, still talking history. In 1988, Palestine becomes, right? Still talking history. Today in 1988, Palestine declares independence. All right, so in 1988, in a place called Algiers in Algeria, the Palestinian National Council proclaimed the state of Palestine, recognizing Yasser Arafat as the leader of as its leader and declaring East Jerusalem as its capital. Over 80 countries immediately recognized the new state. The declaration strengthened the Palestinian struggle for self-determination and influenced decades of Middle East diplomacy. This was one of the things that happened today in 1988. But let's talk about some Nigerian history now. In 2018, Nigeria signed agreement to strengthen anti-corruption efforts. All right, so this actually happened in Nigeria, where in 2018, all right, I talked a lot about 1919 and, almost missed that to saying 1990 something, but this was actually in 2018. Nigeria signs International Anti-Corruption Framework. So Nigeria entered into official cooperation agreement with the European Union and the United States on November 15, 2018. The agreement enhanced Nigeria's ability to track and recover stolen assets, fight money laundering, and curb illicit financial flows. This remains one of the country's most significant steps towards international and anti-corruption collaboration. And this actually happened today in Time Pass. And also, the last story that we're taking this morning in today's in history is that in 2022, Nigeria successfully tests indigenous electric vehicles. This happened today, November the 15th in 2022. So the National Automotive Design and Development Council, NADDC, showcased Nigeria's first locally assembled electric vehicle. Today, on November the 15th, 2022, the vehicle was developed with contributions from the University of Nigeria and Nsukka, private sector partners, and EV electronic vehicle startups in Nigeria. This event demonstrated Nigeria's movement towards clean energy and transportation and innovation. So, for those who say Nigeria does not do production, today in 2022, Nigeria successfully tests indigenous vehicle that was produced, manufactured, assembled in Nigeria. Those are some of the stories we are able to bring to you from today in History Corner. So let's get back to the studio as we're trying to round off the show now. All right, it's been a wonderful time hanging out with you from morning as we looked at the newspapers, we looked at conversations concerning the People's Democratic Party and the ongoing, convention that is going on in Ibadan. And so we're going to track every step of that convention with you, for you, and we'll keep the details coming as we keep track of that particular event. And of course, we had discussions around the film industry in Nigeria, and eventually we talked about some of the things that happened today in Time Pass. It's been a wonderful ride this morning, and I've enjoyed every bit of it. Super thanks to the team backstage who's done an amazing job in helping us, put out all of this show, and every other person who's been involved in the production this morning. My name is Ubong Osoro, and I'm saying bye for now. Keep watching Global Television 365 on DSTV, and have for yourself a wonderful Saturday ahead of you. Bye for now.
your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and international.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
What's your problem? What's your problem?
We're on the road to protest.
The president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.